What is going on, Casually FC? Welcome to the Casually Chelsea reaction to the game against Aston Villa. 2-0 victory to Chelsea. Was it our best performance? I don't know. We're going to discuss it. Make sure you smash the like, subscribe, leave a comment down below. Check the links in the description. And super chat, super thanks options are available. Now, I am here with my panel, Real Chris, Surfer, Prime, Scott, Revisionism FC, and me
myself. This is from a different
Marshall.
stream. I just haven't changed it. This is from a different stream. I just haven't changed it.
It's all good. It's all good. You've had that for a while now. But I guess before we start, the reason we started a little later than usual is because we wanted to watch the Man City Liverpool game. And I guess... Andrew, I guess I manifested that upset because I kept bringing it up. And don't shake your head at me, man. You know, you know I said it. There could be an upset. There could be an upset, and surely today was that upset. What you guys think of that game? We'll touch on that real quick, and then we'll go into the Chelsea game.
Would say thank you, Kepa. He saved us 3 points today.
No, he meant the Liverpool City game, didn't mean.
Oh,
you have listened all the time, bro.
You never listen.
just allow me right now, okay?
You know what? You're tired.
The game was
I'm tired.
I thought the game was for a Liverpool City game. You know how exciting they are. I thought it was quite boring, but
that first half was boring. Bless you, Ahmed. That first half was really boring. I actually, Chris,
Yeah.
Dark on our stream actually fell asleep and it was snoring on the Discord. That's how boring it was.
It was a boring game, but yeah, I thought Liverpool, you know, the Klopp and Liverpool, they got the tactics right. Didn't play Trent like we were talking about the other day. Defensively, all right. So yeah.
I thought he was injured, but apparently
no.
not.
He came on. He came on
at the end. Yeah.
Nice shit.
Yeah, he is fucking A. Ahmed, what do you think of the game, man? Did you watch it? Oh, okay. All right. Do your thing. Prime, what'd you think of the game? Did you watch it?
Oh, what Liverpool City? Hang on a minute, Ahmed, man. Just put your camera off if you're eating, bro.
No, it was by accident. I literally
Jesus Christ.
I was literally finishing my biscuit.
I was keeping you on your toes, bro.
I literally forgot. Sorry, my bad. It's my bad. I know. Sorry.
It's all good. I don't care, man. What'd you think of the game? Either you or Prime. Whoever wants to talk first.
Well, I'll start because you know Prime's moist, but I can't lie to you.
You're a Crystal Palace fan.
Okay, anyway, so obviously on the 5th minute, it was a great goal. Obviously, it was a lucky that we got obviously from Mount.
No.
Liverpool
game, man. Jesus Christ.
I was talking about Liverpool, man.
But guys, I'm the one who's moist. Yeah, I'm the one who's moist.
Okay, fine. Okay, we got here fine. No. I think you know what it was. Yeah, Man City. Like I think Pep said before, whenever they go to Anfield, they're not really as physical as they should be. And I felt like in the game that really showed that they weren't being physical enough. They weren't being assertive. And Liverpool basically what they just did was, you know, counter-attacking football. It's something that they're good at. They've got guys like Salah and other players that can do that job for them. And that's basically what happened at the end of the day. And I don't know what's going on with this Haaland VVD nonsense, but you know, it's once is like, you know, a little error. It's happened twice now, so it's looking a bit weird. That's what I'm gonna say.
Prime, you watched the game?
No, of course I watched the game. I'm not like Ahmed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yo, be quiet, Prime, man.
The game. Yeah, like kind of a smash and grab kind of. I've been saying this about Liverpool. They're not as bad as what their fans would like to do, victim mentality, and make it out to be.
Fucking Velbishon yesterday.
They're just underperforming vastly. Yeah, like the stream you guys did yesterday. Check it out, people. They're just underperforming. Yes. They played to their level. I also think Pep underestimated Liverpool as well. Yeah, Liverpool played to their level. They played well. They deserved to win. Take that performance going forward. I still expect them to get top 4 and stuff. You know, like whatever. It is what it is. Just stop playing victim. Like no one cares.
So Surfer, we did a stream yesterday. We talked about Liverpool and their bad form. I guess is it still valid today? I don't know. They beat Man City. We were talking about how even a draw would be disappointing. Yeah.
So I thought Mount's goals were really. Oh, sorry, talk about the City.
Oh my god, this guy, man.
Oh, you'd love to see this picture right here. This man got sent off today too. Red card.
He's a bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, shit, what is
Listen,
that?
I've got to be honest with you, right? I thought Liverpool had the better chances, but that game reminded me of like a basketball match, just back and forwards like that.
Yeah.
Everyone's going, such a great game. I don't know, man. I thought it was a decent game. Liverpool won it. I always say this. Even though I did predict City to win, records matter, and City's record at Anfield, even with Pep's teams, is atrocious, man. It is. I think they've won twice in like 30 years or something like, or even longer. In the Premier League, I think they've only won there twice in the Premier League since it started. So.
Wow.
Yeah, let's see what it does. Liverpool now go if they go on a run or something like that. You know, it really doesn't matter. City win doesn't matter if they drop points to West Ham in the week. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but you know, a win's a win. City's now lost, so we don't have to hear Arsenal complain about invincible records or something like that. So that'll be gone now. So, but yeah, a win's a win. It's a great goal by Salah. Although he did miss quite a few, but Nunes, Jesus Christ, Nunes.
I
only just saw
Darwin Werner, man.
He was bad. You saw it, Scott?
I saw a video, so I didn't watch the game. Couldn't be bothered. Just didn't want to watch it. All I really saw or heard about is the goal, the disallowed goal, the goal that Liverpool scored, and the Klopp thing. And then I just went on Twitter now and saw a video of Darwin Nunes. These man, this is why, by the way, I was saying it backstage. I was saying it backstage before we went live. This is why this nonsense from Klopp of we can't compete with, well, this nonsense about we can't compete with City is bollocks. You spent 85 million British pounds on the Uruguayan Werner, and you're blaming like fucking City for you can't compete. No, just spend money better, you fool. Like this guy's dog. He had one good season, and they bought him because one good season in the Portuguese league. This guy is.
That's very
dog
true.
shit.
He had one good season.
But the other thing too is that like I couldn't believe how, to be honest, today was almost like Liverpool and Man City's defenses switched places. Because towards the end, Man City's defense, Cancelo was just completely off the pace, and their defense was so disorganized. How Darwin Núñez bottled that chance where it was a 1v3 is beyond me. But the fact that Man City had only one defender to defend 3 Liverpool players was, I thought you guys were supposed to be organized. Like, what happened? This is what I would expect from Liverpool.
Do you not see the Trent chance as well?
Wait, the Trent shit?
When he missed the back.
Oh yeah, Trent missed the chance too. If that was Reece James, I mean, you know, it would have been behind the net.
He missed the back post.
He did miss a chance.
His best position.
He missed the back post, but also Darwin Núñez choosing to give the most difficult pass when he had Mo Salah right in front of him.
In all fairness,
Darwin Núñez's jokes.
In all fairness to Trent, I hope I see the same energy for Cancelo today. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, true.
You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying.
Cancelo got exposed today.
He was not.
I'm not gonna lie. It was no. He was the reason they scored. Pretty much.
Yeah,
he got
Alisson
turned by Salah.
Yeah, Alisson literally boots it, and it cuts the whole like City team one boot. And he did get spun. Yeah, and Salah literally just ran through like no problem. How?
Yeah.
They spun the block on that guy, man. They literally just spun the block. That's what they did to him.
Oh my days. Okay, that's enough about the Liverpool game. Let's actually talk about Chelsea. There we go. The match that we all saw, the match that we all enjoyed. Listen.
You just say enjoy.
Enjoying it. Enjoying it. That might be a step too far, bro. That might be a step too far enjoying it. But
if you were a Kepa fan, or if you're Matt, if you're Zevo, a Kepa fan, or a Mount fan, you love this game. That's all I'll say. But Mount pretty much opening the scorecard 6 minutes into the game. Tyrone Mings. Oh my days. You know what? I'm gonna relink this in the private chat so the rest of the chat
He also, he also gave away the free kick, Marshall.
Yeah.
Mings also gave away the free kick.
Yeah, he
I
gave the
totally
free kick
overlooked
away.
that.
Yeah.
He's
And-
terrible.
Well done, Mason, man. You,
2 years ago, I
succeeded
was
on
just talking to
someone's
Scott
failures.
about this. 2 years ago, I thought he was actually decent. Check out
Did
that
you?
tweet when you get a chance, Andrew.
Really?
No.
Yeah, he was
Yeah, 2
decent.
years ago, I thought he was like, probably in a better spot to play for
You saw
England
potential.
than Maguire.
You saw potential.
Potential.
Okay, yeah, I guess I saw potential. But like when Grealish was on Aston Villa, I don't remember him being this bad. But he was pretty bad today. Like it was, I see it now. It's my eyes are open, But yeah, Tyrone Mings, both errors. Fucking Mason Mount finally scoring a free kick goal. I don't remember the last free kick goal Mason Mount scored. I don't know if you guys even.
Wolves
Yeah.
2020 last play of the season.
There's a good free kick. That's what that was as well.
2020.
Wow,
Yeah.
you wrote it down on your calendar and everything. Jesus
No,
Christ,
he
Andrew.
doesn't score many.
No, it's because they were doing something
Oh.
about him not scoring free kicks the other day and
Oh, okay,
the
okay.
other week, and it was like, when was the last time he scored? And they brought it up. It was like 2020.
Well, I didn't see that.
Oh,
I just
damn.
You don't know what we're doing. You don't know what we're talking about.
No, but I said it before you, man. I literally said it before you. I remember Mason Man's last free kick because he doesn't score many.
So basically, to sum up the game, in my opinion, overall, I thought that first half we looked pretty shaky. Aston Villa were all over us. They had plenty of chances to score, and I gotta give. You know what? Let's put respect on his name. I want to stop hearing the slander. I want to stop hearing the anxiety-driven comments whenever you see him on the pitch behind the posts. Give my man Kepa Arrizabalaga his flowers. That's save. The save that this man.
I think it's cover your own there, mate.
It's
But,
cringing.
okay.
I also clap too. When I clap,
Yeah,
it
you
sounds
did.
like a lot of people clapping.
You always need like a clapping soundtrack. I swear.
Yeah, no, I haven't. But Kepa today, that save for Ings was absolutely incredible.
Again. It was Napoli yesterday. This guy.
He's shameless. Like
He got loaned back. He got Belby. Belby's back, baby. But that save for Ings was absolutely incredible. And then the triple save in that one play, the reflexes that he has. Whenever Kepa comes on, I don't really get that nervous anymore. I don't think this is the Kepa from the Frank Lampard era. I've long put that thought behind me. All right, Ahmed, I know I'm making you cringe here, but I put that. I just see your reaction, your facial reaction, and look, I've thought Kepa was good, but Mendy was always better. Slowly but surely, Mendy's been on a decline, and Kepa's been staying consistent whenever he gets a chance to play. I respect it. And you know what? He kept us in the game today. Defensive wise, Thiago Silva looked good. Koulibaly looked good. Cucurella was sus today, which is why I was actually happy that Potter took him off at the halftime. And who else did he take off at halftime? I think he took off Havertz too. Yeah, Havertz. Stinker, absolute stinker today. I can't. I'm running out of ways to even defend this guy at this point, and I'm starting to even consider selling him. And I've been fighting for him to stay in the club for a minute now. Today, absolutely absent. Sterling. We'll get on Sterling, but I think Sterling was just a victim of not having Reece there, being forced to play right wing back in that first half, and then second half switched off the whole team
up front by himself.
Yeah, second half, I think we turned on. We played a little better. Jorginho came on. He looked solid. Kovacic, in my opinion, looked okay. Ruben Loftus-Cheek, a little sus, but you know what? Again, I think there was a lot of different changes in the club today that we just had to adapt to our circumstances with Reece being out and all the stuff happening with the midfield that we already know is going on. And we'll probably talk about that more tomorrow on the Casually Chelsea show. But Andrew, start us off, man. What are your thoughts on the game? I just went on for forever, so.
That's fine. And it's not like Prime or Ahmed, so you're fine.
Oh my gosh.
That first half was the worst we played under Potter. I thought I was thought I was watching a Tuchel team. That's how bad we were playing. I thought that Sterling at right wing back takes away
That
a
was
lot.
horrible.
Takes away a lot from our attack. He's basically non-existent at right wing back. Just
He was isolated out there.
Yeah, there's no point. There's no point. Cucurella and Chilwell at left side was very sus. The midfield, Kovacic, another very meaty performance today. That's not said enough, really, about him. He's been very meaty since he's come back. Havertz, I honestly, playing him as one of the wide players of a striker is just pointless because he doesn't do anything. I know he set up that. I know he did that pass to Sterling, but I don't even think he meant to pass to Sterling. I think it's just a bad pass.
You mean the play where he got through two defenders? That was his only highlight of today.
I think he meant to pass to Aubameyang. It's just a bad pass, looking at it from the angle. Thiago Silva was great as usual. Chalobah, shaky at points, but still won. I want to say though, Kepa. I know Mount scored twice and it was great, but anyone who thinks that Kepa is not man of the match today, you're insane. You're absolutely insane. We should at least been down 2-1, 3-1. No, 2-1. Let's say 2-1. Should have been down 2-1, possibly. He was very good in the first half. Second half, they didn't really do anything. He just came up for crosses and missed most of them. I'm trying to punch him. And then second half, I'm glad he bought. I was speaking to Josh. I was tweeting Josh and going, "You need to take Havertz and Havertz or someone else off and bring on Koulibaly and Dave." And they did well. Then they were sort of they didn't have much more in the second half. Then Jorginho came on and really calmed things down with Gallagher. They came on. He packed the centre midfield. Came on. But yeah, overall, this was our worst performance and we won. So I'll take that in the end. But there's some players that need to be we need to discuss seriously. I mean, I would say that Havertz again, just you're a bench. He'd be a bench player.
No. Let's go on further. He should be sold at the end of the season.
I'll go on.
Bayern comes calling.
Havertz is a rat-faced, meth-looking motherfucker. Okay.
My days.
Hey, yo, let's just hand myself.
Jesus Christ.
He is an absolute. He's a waste of a shirt. Okay, he's a waste of a shirt. I'd rather play No, sorry. I want to give. We had to sacrifice Sterling for him because he want to put Havertz at right wing back instead of Sterling or something like that. Bring Broha on. Play Broha. Bring Broha on and play him. He is. Havertz absolutely offers nothing. And I can't believe I'm even saying this. I think Werner offered more than Havertz ever did.
Emotional damn.
Yes.
I was gonna say this.
And also, can I just say?
Can
I just say? We need to have a discussion about Kovacic. He has been ass this season. He has been ass. And you know what? I was seeing people complain about the midfield today, but you couldn't blame Jorginho for this week, could you? Because when he came on, our midfield actually looked better. Do you know what I mean? So I just want to say that those two players really stood out for me as being the absolute worst.
I'll throw another one in there as well. I spoke about him before this season.
Chilwell or something.
100%. Sorry, this guy. I've never seen someone so adverse to passing forward in my life. I have never seen someone so adverse to taking a fucking risk with the ball.
Yeah.
Like, Jesus Christ, man. Every single time he gets the ball, and I want to preface everything I'm about to say because it probably will come across like I'm being quite negative. I'm very happy we won. First and foremost, I'm very happy we got the 3 points. We're still, we're still doing well, still unbeaten. I want to say, I believe under Potter, like we're going really well.
Yes.
And I'm glad we got the points. But on the performance, this dude is just garbage in areas. Like, I'm very happy and very thankful for him for what he's done. When we won the Champions League and stuff like that. But fucking Christ, please learn how to just play a pass forward. Even the goal, right, that we scored, look at what happens. He, beats someone on a dribble really good, drives forward, and just hesitates, and gets tackled. And if it isn't for Mings's dreadful mistake, we lose that opportunity because he just doesn't know when to pass the ball forward.
It's almost like he's still playing Tuchel's tactics, right? Possession.
But you can play possession and have some drive and risk taking.
Yeah.
Look at this is where I say Cucurella's level is above him. Cucurella had a bad game today, but that's because he's not a centre back in a back four, and that was wild that he was playing there. But Chilwell was just so bad. In terms of there was a couple times he gets the ball and his immediate first thought, or his first movement when he looks is backwards. He doesn't look forwards. It's always look up, back, and look back at where we can go. There was a moment where I think Kepa, we made a challenge, I think, and we'd got the ball back ready for a counter. He picks up the ball, drives forward a bit, stops, and passes it backwards.
Do you know what it is? Yeah, I think I can't lie to you. The ACL injury has affected his pace.
No.
Back in the day. Let me. Back in the day. No. I'm not defending him.
Doing this same stuff at Leicester.
No.
Leicester fans. You go and see the amount of Leicester fans who was telling you he was doing the same stuff, which was way before the injury. This is just who he is. This is just who he is as a player.
I do think the loss of pace has affected him. He used to be able to at least run out of those situations at times. Now he can't do that anymore. That's what I think I'm trying to get at.
I don't know, Ahmed. Listen, there's not much of an excuse, but when you've got that,
I agree.
That fucking rake up there on the left hand side. Fucking,
I was doing a left before it's right.
Fucking, that absolute.
This is some violence going on today, man.
I'd rather have Peter Crouch on the left wing. Do you know what I mean?
No.
What?
This guy,
you know what, man? This guy,
I do agree with Scott. It's a lot of chill as well. But when you've got that guy who won't do anything, get the ball back or make proper runs or hold up the ball for you to do that, you've got that absolute waste of oxygen. Havertz up there, you know what I mean? Fucking shy tie, you fucking fly out the fucking stadium, you pencil neck geek. Jesus.
I will say as well, on a slightly more positive note. Again, I'm very impressed with Potter's proactivity. The starting lineup or not the starting actual starting lineup, but the formation and the way we went out to play was poor. I thought he set us up wrong. Chalobah's not a right back. I think that's quite obvious now. He's not a right back. Cucurella, as I've already mentioned, is not a left centre back in a back four. You cannot play Chilwell and Cucurella in the same team, by the way. You just can't. Because everything that is good about Cucurella is that left centre back, that kind of marauding left centre back, is completely taken away when you've got a left wing back who doesn't want to push high up. Everything's taken away. And Kai Havertz isn't a footballer. Sterling's not a right wing back. But once we, got in at half time and he could change it, he did. And he made the right changes. And I thought,
You actually noticed, Scott, he actually switched it near the end of the first half because that's when Sterling got his chance when he hit the bar. He sort of brought Ruben onto the right for a bit. And that's when Sterling got his chance, but then he corrected it half time, which I'm glad we survived. Let's face it. Let's be fair. We survived till half time, and then he made the changes. It stopped them, sort of, and then what he did was he sacrificed his attackers and packed the midfield, so they didn't have anything, and so it was like a little bit like a smash and grab. But that's what I do like. This is the first time I questioned the starting lineup because of the Sterling bit, but he's proactive instead of reactive, which I do like. He knew to bring this. Whether you start Gallagher or not, this is a perfect type of game for him to come on with his energy, with his burst, with his stuff like that. He can put in a tackle higher up. He can press higher up because of that. You bring perfect game to bring Jorginho on to calm everything down. If you suddenly notice when he swapped, I don't care. RHH Cover didn't have a good game today whatsoever, so I don't know what you're talking about. But thank you for your comment. But when he took Kovacic off and he brought Jorginho on, you saw the difference. Ruben then started to carry the ball forward a lot more.
True.
In that central position. I just listen. I think January we have to strengthen again a lot. The right back, wing back area needs it, and also midfield. And also, I don't know, man. I'm starting to think he left Koulibaly on the bench because because we're dropping centre backs like fly. You know what I mean? The centre back.
Yeah,
options.
I agree. That's what I thought.
And to keep him on, that's why I thought, because if you play Chalobah, Thiago Silva, and then Koulibaly, if one of them gets injured, who's next? Because I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know in that option. I don't know, because Fofana's out, and then who's that? Someone was telling me, oh, you could play Zachariah, and I was like, I don't think he's playing.
Mate, we don't even know where Zachariah is. He's still at Nando's buying milk and shit. Like, we don't know what's happening.
He was on the bench today. He was?
Okay.
Yeah. Lovely scenery
This man.
trip around Birmingham.
This man came to London just for the
bring your
tour. He
kids
didn't
work,
come to
ain't
play.
it, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
He's just on the lads on tour, innit?
Yeah, for real. Oh my days. But people, tomorrow we'll be doing the Casually Chelsea show, and we have to talk about the midfield issue for real. Like, we're gonna have an actual. There's a lot of news that happened, so we're gonna definitely be talking about the midfield tomorrow. Chris, you wanted to add something?
Yeah. It's about okay. The one thing I do say about the game for starters, anyway. Potter, I think he got like literally most things or everything right today as well. But I will say about Kai Havertz, and I'm thinking about it because and Andrew did say about Timo Werner, but I won't mention that. What is Kai Havertz's best trait? What you like about him most?
His first touch. That's what it is. It's his first touch.
I'll give you my opinion after. What about you guys? Do you like anything else? You know what I like about him most, and it's maybe a little bit worrying.
Actually, do you know what I liked about him today?
What?
When he got subbed. That's what I liked about him.
Yeah. And this is one thing that's just a little bit worrying. Like, this guy isn't really performing. It's just shithousery about him. Like, he has a few shithousery games, and that, I do like about him most. And that's about it. Like, he doesn't offer anything.
On his day, and it's obviously not today. Today was a polar opposite. On his day, I like his work rate. I like his ability to come down to defense and run the ball up. Like, when he's playing well, but he hasn't done that since last season. It's absolutely terrible to see. Today, he didn't look like he cared. He didn't look like he wanted to even sprint for the ball or press.
You know what?
It's terrible.
Do you know what it is? And I'll compare him to someone else that had similar fortunes to him at the start of this season, but has completely changed his season around. Remember on the show in the past, or on shows in the past, since Potter's come in, I've talked about Mount doing the basics really well. Ever since Potter's come in, he started doing the basics really well. It's just link up plays improved. It's him doing simple stuff. It's not it's not showing off, trying those huge switches of play that he doesn't need to do when things aren't going well. Just doing simple stuff. That once he's getting the simple stuff down, the kind of tricky stuff just starts coming. Like you saw with the free kick or the long switch he did, I think, on his weaker foot at one point. That stuff just starts coming because the simple stuff is going well. Havertz can't even do the fucking simple stuff right. He can't even do the simple stuff right. And when you've got someone who can't, got a £72 million footballer who can't do the basics of football right, he can't simply hold the ball up. He can't link up play well or consistently. He can't, drift into space and find, as a 10 supposedly, find good half spaces that he can operate in and have it. He can't even turn really on the ball apart from once. There's nothing about his game that he can do.
I'm not gonna lie.
The basics.
I'm not gonna lie, boys. I think we're at a point where I think even Hakim Ziyech should provide more for this team than Havertz.
Well, I was.
Of course, you got to bring that.
It's not even. It's just.
Probably true though.
I just want the same. I want the same energy that we gave Werner.
Yeah.
Okay. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, we're at that point. I'm at that point now.
This guy is so. It's starting to change now, but he's so still protected. If Sterling would have scored that, brilliant, right? Hit the bar.
Yeah.
You would have heard, Kai gave him the assist. That's like, fuck off. It's
annoying because the thing is, I've been on Havertz neck since he came here, talking about the thing everyone wanted to talk about how bad Werner was because of his touch.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone last season wanted to blame Lukaku and give him. But now that we're talking about, I was on a stream today for the second half, right? And this guy kept on talking about Havertz and making excuses and saying that, his mother's going through something and she's sick and yada yada. And I was like, but why should I care about that when in Werner's first season, you guys all gave him abuse? When Kepa went through his bad run of form and he broke up with his girlfriend, you guys gave him abuse and didn't take in his mental health. When last season, Lukaku got racial abuse from our fan base because of an interview, you had people like you saying that, well, he just has to accept it and it is what it is. Why should I then care about Havertz when he's not performing? Because of sentiment of a Champions League goal. Like, to me, that I don't care. Like, I care more about my club doing well than I do about these individual players. Like, if Havertz does well this season, right? If he ends up magically with 20 GA or 25 GA just in the league alone, if he does well this season, then fine, I'll change my mind because all I care about is this team performing. But for people to protect Havertz, for what? Even his first touch and all the silky stuff people talk about, he's not even that great at doing that. I'll be real, he's not. I don't get tricked about good movement. Like I can take a player looking like someone like a Bruno or a Rashford or a Mount last season. I can take them not looking good, but they still get GA. If you're a forward and you're getting your GA, I can understand if you don't look great. That's why I kind of back Lukaku. I said, let me get through this. Let me get through this. I can back. That's why I kind of back Lukaku. I can get through him not looking good. So I know at the end of the day, the end of the game, you're getting a goal. You're getting something. But when you're a forward and you're not getting your goal contributions and you're still looking bad, like all that work rate stuff, I expect that from a minimum. Werner gave me work rate. Werner didn't look good, but he still ended his first season 27 GA. Lukaku barely played last season because of injuries and the documentary stuff, and yet he still ended the season as our top goal scorer. Like, that sort of stuff shouldn't be happening if Havertz is this amazing guy, generational baller everyone loves to praise about. We need to speak about him because at the end of the day, this guy can't be here. This has to be his last season. He can't be here.
Sorry, Scott. The thing I'll say is last thing I'll go with it. This guy had the audacity, right?
Oh my
to
God.
shush us. When he shushed the crowd when he scored that winner against West Ham, to shush us. To shush the crowd, this guy. And then he put stinkers after stinkers performance after that. But he had the audacity to shush that crowd. You should have been on your knees, begging, you should have been begging for forgiveness of your stinkiness. And he does it again and again and again. But it's okay because he scored in the Champions League final. It's okay because he scored a penalty in the Club World Cup. It's okay because he's generational. Wow, off is he generational? He's not generational at all. I'm sick of the word generational used incorrectly and given to people who don't deserve the term generational. You know what he is? You're right, he is generational. He's a generational flop. That's what he is. Go on, Scott.
I was just going to say, Prime, like you talked about in terms of, about looking good, but it doesn't matter if you look good. The prime example of that is the best striker in the league. Haaland does not look like sexy or whatever in terms of the way he plays. He's not aesthetically pleasing as a player to watch. Like, he looks a bit awkward at times, but he's a fucking killer in front of goal. Like, he's got 15 goals in 10 appearances. Like, he's the only player in Premier League history to score 3 hat-tricks in a row. And he looks like awkward sometimes when he plays. I don't care how you look in terms of, like, if you're aesthetically pleasing, if you're just crap all the time. Like, being aesthetically pleasing is nice, but it has to mean something. Like, exactly. He's so bad. He's awful. Like, I remember, I don't know if anyone here was on the same stream. Remember, there was a stream that we were on Lewis's channel where me and him and someone else were on Havertz's neck, and we got told we had to wait 4 years for him to develop. 4 years.
Who the fuck said that?
26, 27, we were told.
We told we had to wait until he's about 25, 26 till we can start properly judging him. Yeah. Respectfully, fuck off.
Yeah.
This dude is just shit.
It's annoying. People give this thing of he's so young. Like, he's not. Like, players like him, Mount, etc. These guys have been playing football for 4 or 5 years now. They're not young. This is the same sort of tag that, like, for example, people gave the likes of Sterling when he was 24 years old, but he broke through at like 16, 17, 18. You've been playing football for so long that I expect you to be performing at a top level because your talent suggests so. I'm not comparing them obviously to Sterling. Sterling is a world-class player. But my point being, the talent that you are, I expect you to perform at a consistent. You're 72 mil. You're this generational player that everyone wanted in world football. And again, I'm not even saying you are generational. I don't believe that. But you should be a good. I expect you to perform at a top 4 level standard at a minimum. I expect you to be able to go to Aston Villa, a terrible Aston Villa side, and put in a performance and turn up. Sterling was playing wing back. Sterling shouldn't, I thought Sterling had a good game, but Sterling, we shouldn't have to rely on him to try and hit a wonder goal in the second half. To try and I expect Havertz, and he doesn't, and it's annoying because people who blame Marina for spending that money on Lukaku, Havertz is the reason why we had to spend 100 mil on Lukaku.
Yeah, and also, sorry, something off topic there. And actually, Proud Mickey Mountain mentioned it. Chilwell's very lucky he stayed on the pitch today because I've seen that on that tackle when he
I think the only reason he doesn't is because if it was higher up, I think they mentioned on comments that higher up he gets red card.
He's very but some referees could. It depends what referee you've also got as well.
Or whoever's on VAR as well.
Yeah, but I don't spend. Listen, Havertz. We can have a whole show about Havertz. I think we should do that.
we might. I'm not gonna lie.
Super chat.
I think we genuinely.
Want to go ahead and read that for me, Andrew?
I think we need to have a show because I saw this brought up. I think we need to have a kind of retroactive look back at that window, that £200 million window. Because my word, that looks like an awful window now. Yeah. That looks like a truly garbage window.
Nearly
that needs to be looked at.
Scott, at the time when the window was going on, I said that. I said Ziyech is a bomb. We shouldn't sign him. I hadn't watched Havertz in the Bundesliga, so I said, why are you guys overrating him? I had watched Werner. I liked Werner, but I said we don't need someone like that because he doesn't suit our strengths. We signed Mendy. I didn't rate him, and Thiago Silva. He was like 35, 36 years old. As great as he's been for us, and he's probably the only good signing. But it was like that. We didn't, longevity-wise, what was that going to do? And then we signed. We spent 50 mil on Ben Chilwell when there were better left backs for cheaper. We could have went.
I can't lie. Apart from Silva, you look back at that window. If it wasn't for how good the Silva signing and to an extent the Chilwell and Mendy signings turned out, that could easily be in the top 3 or top 5 worst windows we've ever had. Just in terms of the money spent and the player we brought in and what the flopping and everything. Like you can say, they helped us win the Champions League, this, that, and the other. But look at their careers at Chelsea. Havertz has been crap. Werner was crap till he left. Ziyech crap. Mendy has been really good for a couple of seasons or a season and a half or whatever, but then fell off a cliff. Chilwell about the same. Chilwell about the same. About a season and a half.
Would you say the same? Chilwell.
Hang on.
Hold on, before you go on,
super chat. Guy in 29 seems as if Havertz doesn't like the position he's playing in. He doesn't seem interested or happy. Give him time to adjust to Potterville. No.
Everyone else seems to have adjusted quickly.
No.
Mason Mount was pretty quick.
Thank you for your brilliant super chat. I disagree, but thank you for your super
Appreciate
chat.
it.
I was going to say, there's only two players. There's only two players that I'm yet to see on the whole team that have yet to adjust it to Potterable, and they're the two players that I keep banging on about they're not starters and they're not good enough. It's funny that. Apart from Chilwell and apart from Havertz, every other player has adapted to Potterable. Even Sterling, even though he hasn't been at his best, looks like he's adapted. Everyone else is adapted.
I don't know if anyone agrees with me. I know I've spoken to Jesters about this, whether you give him or not. There's some credence to it. I don't think him and Mount are good in the same team. In terms of when they're up there, they like to patrol the same area, and Mount's better in that area than Havertz is, in my opinion.
Definitely now.
Andrew. I don't agree with that because we've seen them both perform well together in the same team. So I don't agree with that.
I don't think
maybe
It's,
just
it's,
a
it's,
amount.
it's,
That
odd,
really
it's
for
the odd
contracts.
few games, yes. They have played well together, but like they have played
No, but when
together a lot.
Tuchel,
and-
but when Tuchel came in, and a bit of the start of last season, those two were playing well together in the same team.
But that's
There's
not
some
a
good
big,
games, yes.
It's not a big sample size for me. There's more of a it's more
What,
of a 50-50.
from January up until what?
I don't think
I
it's
don't-
January.
November?
I don't think it's
January.
January. And they didn't always play together every game as well.
Like
at a time.
March. It was like March, April. That was it. We in stints last season. I think it was October till early December. We played well, and then like March, April.
So
We didn't. And even then, Kai wasn't a lot in the early part of the season, was it? And we
Yeah,
had a
but
long
I'm
run. He
also
didn't
looking at
actually
when-
play
I'm
well.
But I'm also looking at the half season as well with Tuchel. Like, those two
yeah,
were
okay,
playing-
yeah. Kai went strike, didn't he? And Timo went left, and Mount went on the right. That's the main front three. Is that what you're on about?
Yeah, and then when Lukaku came in and the first like month or two, it was Havertz off the left, Mount off the, or Havertz off the right, Mount off the left, and they were still performing well. But my point being, I don't necessarily agree with the thing of maybe they do occupy the same space roughly, but I don't agree with the thing of they can't play together because they've played together in the past. I just think it's a thing of just not that good.
I do want to.
Why you got
Bring
Kai
up-
Havertz picture now?
What are you doing this week, man?
What do you mean, man? What are you talking about?
Listen, man.
What game was that,
I-
Marshall? What
I do-
Marshall? What game was that?
West
it was
Ham.
the wonderful defeat at the mighty Battle of West Ham. You know,
the winner against
So-
West Ham.
Man, them hyping up
But
a West Ham game.
I-
Come on, man.
you know. What I do want to talk about though, I disagree with what you guys are saying about Chilwell and what most of the chat is saying about Chilwell. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Defend Chilwell a little bit.
I honestly think that, especially in that first half, with Reece James missing, I think Chilwell was like our biggest attacking outlet. And if you think about it, Chilwell was the reason Mings made that error for Mount's goal.
No,
I mean, yeah, he was.
He was.
He wasn't.
Chilwell was the one that
Yeah,
crossed
he's
the
the one who
ball
kicked
in,
it.
and Mings kicked it up.
No, he didn't.
Yeah,
Go back
so-
and watch that. He
No,
lost.
he did.
He did it. He didn't. He drives
Ah.
forward and Ramsey tackles him, and it shoots up into the air. He loses possession. That's
As
my
he
point.
kicks
Is
it, that's
when he
where
got
it goes
into that
there. I thought it
position,
took a
go back and watch the
deflection.
replay. He gets past him, does really well to get past him,
But there was another thing I
and
was
then
going to say about it.
just stops. Like he just goes brain dead, and Ramsey makes the challenge, and that's when it pops into the air, and then Mings makes the header. Like he does, apart from the drive
You have to
forward, he does
rewatch it.
nothing
I
to
feel like
affect
don't
what
remember.
Mings does.
But like,
He does
okay,
literally
so attacking wise, like, and I was gonna say this last year that we were talking about how poor Chilwell was. I feel like part of the reason Chilwell's been very poor lately is because he's been playing at a left back position, and it's been more of a defensive one. Today, as a left wing back, I feel like Chilwell was attacking more. Defensively, I feel like I blame Cucurella more. I think you guys have a really good point that Cucurella playing as a back four. And yeah, you're right, Scott. I'm looking at the highlight right now. Chilwell was attacking, but he got blocked, and it ended up being on Mings, and Mings.
I thought Chilwell
waffled
kicked
it.
and it got like deflected.
No,
and it
Ramsey
went in.
tackled him.
Chilwell went to pass it to cross it in, and I
That's
don't
weird,
even know
though.
what the hell's going on. It looks like a chip. I don't even know. It's a really weird. It's a really weird passage of play, but yeah, it was intercepted. It was it hit I don't know, Ramsey or whoever.
I give-
Chilwell, yeah. But anyways, I'm sorry, I got distracted there with the highlight. Even today, like as a left wing in the left wing back position, I felt like Chilwell was providing a little more from that left hand side. Obviously, I'm not gonna sit here and blame Sterling, because Sterling is not a right wing back. Sterling shouldn't be playing right wing to begin with. It's not his strongest suit. He can play it, but right wing back is already too much. He was isolated there. He was non-existent in that first half because of that. But today, I don't think Chilwell was that bad. Cucurella was having a really hard time defending in a two there with Silva.
Yeah,
So I don't know. I kind of disagree
Well,
with you
but-
guys. I don't know if Chris wants to add to that.
I was gonna say like I understand like he hasn't.
Pick up
I,
Chen, by the way.
I actually don't think he's been banned all season. Like I remember the West Ham game. Chilwell is the reason why we got 3 points in that game. But I think he's came back with a huge.
Stop.
No,
No,
wait,
no.
hang on. No, but he still
Ham
saved
game,
a
he did
goal
not
and
play-
assist, as I
he did
remember.
not- No, stop. That West Ham game, he did not play well. Stop this,
Right.
please.
Right,
Didn't
he's
play
the guy
well.
who got assist in the goal and we won 2-1.
Okay,
I don't
Chris,
know about not play well.
Being that he is a defender, tell me what he did in that game, and don't mention the assist and goal. What did he actually do?
It's a long time ago, but I never got a goal and assist, and we won
cool.
2-1. So he definitely
you're
did.
telling
He
me-
okay? Did he not help us get 3 points that game? Yes or no?
You're telling me so Trent. That's what you're telling me, Trent.
Everybody rates Trent
So
pretty much. Like apparently Trent is one of the best right backs in the world, right?
Trent. No, he's not.
Yeah,
He's a
but
fraud.
like,
Oh, we
but
don't.
everybody like
We don't.
no, okay, yeah, but
Thank you.
but
No,
Chilwell
Trent,
can okay,
Chris.
Chilwell can still defend better than Trent now. Chilwell can still defend better than Trent. And I was gonna say,
Yeah.
Chilwell has been out all year, remember? So I will give him like a leeway, like give him a season at least. Oh,
Not
but yeah,
for
because
being-
he's had a big
Prime.
injury. Now we turn our backs on him. That's
I mean,
Hold on,
look,
wait,
I'm
hold
not.
on.
I'm not
We
gonna.
forget
I'm
how
not gonna
good he
sit
was
here.
before that, right?
Prime. Before you go, I do wanna, give you this caveat. Before you go, I know. Fuck, I've almost lost my train of thought here. With Chilwell and playing at the left wing back position, I'm surely you must give him a little bit of leeway when it comes to the defensive aspect of the game, because we see that with our wing backs, when information where we play wing backs, it's mostly like an offensive position more than it is a defensive one, from what I can tell. You know, like that's why we get away with playing Pulisic there. That's why we get away with Callum Hudson-Odoi playing there. So I'm sure you can give them some leeway for maybe inability to defend on Chilwell's behalf. That game, West Ham, attacking wise, as a left wing back, I think he did his job when he came in as a sub. I think he played a magnificent game as a left wing back.
Marshall, I'm not even talking about defensively. I'm talking about him doing basic things.
You know, in that West Ham game, by the way, Prime,
Okay,
he got
Chris.
subbed on at 71 minutes as well, by the way.
I know, and he's still a bum. I'm talking about.
But he said what he do all game. He said what he do all game.
my
And that's
days.
why he literally came on and saved us. Have it. Have it.
He's still a bum. I'm talking about Chilwell.
Yeah.
I'm talking about if you know what, if you want to praise Chilwell's GA, play him as a forward. I've been saying that. Play him as a forward, whatever. But him doing the basic things, like he's not doing that well at, and I don't think you can blame it just say it's injuries. You can't blame injuries for that, because
He's
again,
been out for
where
a
was
year, though, that's why.
because this is the thing. You Chelsea fans, you're not consistent. Where is the same thing
Chelsea
last
fans.
season?
What fan are you?
Where was the same thing last season when Lukaku came back from injury and was performing that? No, we all said it was a documentary and he doesn't want to be here, and we all abused him. Let's be consistent.
I still want to Lukaku, by the way.
Yeah, I know you. Yeah, okay. Well, Chris,
He's a good striker, but like he had to go
you
obviously
like-
for many
you
reasons.
like
No,
Werner as well.
Tuchel didn't want him, so I backed Tuchel as well. Like Tuchel
Chris,
didn't want him.
you like Werner as well. You're a bit biased.
Yeah,
My point being,
You be fair,
my
guys.
point,
Denise.
my point being, 50 mil for this guy.
This
Like,
comment, by the way, is
he's
100% the problem. Is the 100% correct, by the way.
I do agree with you guys when you guys say that he like his pass back, he does it too often. I was being critical of him the last game where he was just lobbing the ball forward, hoping it would land on Sterling's feet, and it only worked out once. Someone in the chat defended him, and it turns out statistically he had like a decent passing game, but this game, like, from a wingback position, I don't know. I think he was okay. I think more of the problem was on Cucurella than it was Chilwell, but I mean, you guys obviously have different thoughts on that. Ahmed, you wanted to point something out, I think.
Yeah, no, I was gonna point out something about Lukaku, but I was gonna add. I think the Chilwell point that was made about decision making, I actually agree with. I just think he just needs more intelligence of the game, and I hope like someone like Potter. I'm even surprised, even though like he had someone like Tuchel was like a really tactically, who could actually, from a tactical point of view, show him stuff. We didn't really see him that level of improvement. Maybe Potter can, maybe help him through that. And maybe, he can try and do some passes that he needs to do. But I just think, Cucurella was kind of being exposed because of Chilwell. Like, Chilwell would lose the ball.
Really think so?
There was times there were, like, Cash and, like, I think it was Cash and someone else, like, got on a 2v1 on him, and while he held the ball to him, and then it was literally just him. Cucurella on a 2v1 situation. So...
okay, I guess.
So
I see where you're coming from.
It's not. While I do think Cucurella wasn't great in the two for the back, it wasn't. There was also that thing of like Chilwell was basically just getting stripped, and then It was just him.
But
Ahmed.
to counteract that, to play devil's advocate, like once Cucurella got taken off for Koulibaly, we looked a lot more solid back there. Mind you, Chilwell looked quieter,
but Koulibaly is an actual centre back though. That is his position. Like,
I was going to say, plus every issue I have with Chilwell and like the Cucurella thing isn't defensively, because I agree, like Cucurella wasn't good defensively, but because I think that's because most of the time when we defended for some reason it was as a 4. And again, like Chalobah's not a right back, Cucurella's not a left centre back in a 4. It's going forward, like I said, when you've got the thing with Cucurella is when he plays left centre back, we saw it before, is he likes to be kind of a marauding kind of half centre back, half full back, and he can't do that. He can't do that with Chilwell because Chilwell, especially in this game, just doesn't push up far enough. He doesn't push up into those areas where then Cucurella can assist him. So it's just like Cucurella is just far too deep. And it then means that he can be attacked on like 1v1. And again, it's just the thing with Chilwell, it's just decision making, and it's just anyone that has ever complained about Jorginho slowing the game down needs to give the same energy to Chilwell because he does the exact same thing.
He does slow down the game, but I thought like the reason why we're defensively bad as well is because our midfield was completely overrun by, and they just kept coming forward, and our defense obviously couldn't handle it. Not just because of Chilwell.
Midfield did get overrun today for sure.
Like,
I
agree with that.
The midfield to me was just really poor today. We needed Jorginho.
You guys think it was Kovacic? Because to me, it seemed like Ruben Loftus-Cheek was off the cuff today. I'm not.
I thought. I don't think.
Both. I don't know.
Because
I feel like
Cover was bad.
Today.
Cover wasn't that great today to me, but like.
Listen, I'm on 4 hours of sleep. Maybe I'm just sleep deprived.
I'm tired too, man.
I'm heavily sleeping right now. I can't lie. I can feel it right now.
Okay,
I thought Ruben's still better than
I tell you why. They're both the. I mean, please open your ears when I say this. Not doing a pun, but
I try.
They're both the same kind. They're both the same kind of player. They want to do the same thing. They want to take the ball and they want to pass. They want to pass forward, dribble with it forward. Neither one of them is prepared to sit there to be defensive when you have a Jorginho there or something else. So I don't like the pivot. I don't like that pivot at all. Because they're the same player. It's sort of like a bit when Kante plays there with Kovacic. They both like to go forward a bit more.
Yeah.
I agree.
And you notice, I said it again at the start, Jorginho came on, calmed everything down, along with Gallagher as well. They packed the midfield and they allowed Ruben to jog on a bit more.
But you know what it is though, because that's the problem. Like we're essentially playing 2 8s as our pivot.
Exactly.
We don't have and that is the problem. We don't have like a 6 there, basically. And again, this goes towards the problem of not buying a 6.
Exactly. That's why I keep saying I thought our worst midfield was
your former manager for that.
I said last season I thought our worst midfield pairing was Kante Kova. Like it really is Kova.
No, last season was Kante Ruben. That was a crime.
Kante Ruben, yeah.
Yeah, but I think now it's Ruben and again, Jorginho gets overplayed because we have no real other option. And it's a shame. We should have prioritized a DM, but as much as...
Christ, sir, we're going to give someone a seizure.
Oh,
I thought... If you're going to do that...
Anyway, as much as... Stop. As much as we can say our midfield is an issue, what's also an issue is a right wing back. Surfer, remember the stream we did last week? The Chelsea show on the terrace? Where you guys were talking about signing you should make in January, and I was the only one that mentioned that whole right back position. That happened like a day or two before Ruben got injured. I laugh, it's not funny, but that is a big priority because the only option we have there is Sterling or maybe Ruben or Aspie. It's shameful, and it is going to cost us in big games. It's going to cost us not having someone out there.
Yeah, I think as well is we're seeing that if he has a choice, it's not too cool. Like Ruben's not going to play there, realistically speaking. I don't think, unless worst comes to worst. It seems as though Potter wants to play him as a midfielder, and fair enough. He's been really good there. But that means that we're going to have to either play someone like a Chalobah at right back, which didn't work, a winger at right wing back if we play a 3 at the back, which didn't work today. or we're just gonna have to play Aspi. Like that's just how it is. That's just what we're gonna have to do.
And this is gonna be shitty to say to some people, but I'm not gonna lie. Today, and again, there's context to it. He's he's been rested. He's not playing every single game. He came in for a few minutes. Today, when Aspi came on at right wing back, he did a job defensively, at least. So I agree with what Scott's saying. I was kind of actually surprised to see that we didn't put Ruben Loftus-Cheek at the right wing back position. I think Sterling should not have had any business in that position today. It was criminal to even see it. He was so isolated from the game. But I think Prime is right. I think one of the biggest priorities that we have to focus on in January is definitely aside. No, rewatch the video, okay? All right, rewatch the video. Give us some audience retention if you want to rewatch that. But we definitely need we definitely need, and like, it goes to show that like, as much as we were some of us in the fan base, I don't think any of us here in the panel. I know I wasn't. As much as we were maybe a little hesitant about the Denzel Dumfries links over the summer, I kind of wish we kind of hopped on that. I really kind of did, because Denzel Dumfries right now would probably be a much better option than an Aspi, trying a Chalobah in that position, or even playing, I don't know, maybe even playing Ruben Loftus-Cheek in that position. I think Denzel Dumfries would have been a better signing. I don't know. What do you guys think?
I understand why we wanted him now. Like, I 100% understand why we wanted to include him in the Lukaku transfer. Just go and sign someone. Like, this is kind of a thing that I want from Chelsea in general. Would just be a bit braver with the signings in terms of just go and sign someone at this point. I kind of don't even care if it's someone from like the Argentinian league who I've never heard of before. Just go and do it, because like we just need someone there now at this point. It's not we need to go and sign the best player in that position. We need to do that. No, just like, and I see people like going about Lamptey and about like Lamptey's just as injury prone, by the way. I see people waiting on. Let's wait for Livramento. You mean the dude who has he played since the injury? Is he still injured?
He just come back. He just come back.
Okay, cool. So that's just the dude with the ACL or whatever it was, Livramento.
Weren't we linked with boys? Weren't we linked with Kyle Walker-Peters too?
Yeah,
he would have been not a bad signing.
Yeah, just
as a backup too.
Listen, man, Hakimi might be available soon, guys. Hakimi might be available soon.
Maybe.
The thing is, though, with Hakimi, because I would love him, I don't think he's someone of that level of talent, because he is one of the best fullbacks in the world. I don't think he'd be willing to come to Chelsea to be a backup. Someone who I would want, though.
No, but I don't know how I feel about him being a right back.
The thing, Prime, is Hakimi. If we'll be Reece James, if you be honest, yes, Reece James is world class, and all of that, all of the the praise that you can say. The other problem is Reece James cannot really play more than 3 to 4 games together. The moment that happens, is basically an injury waiting to happen.
Oh, Ahmed, I agree. I wanted Hakimi last season, but you had dickhead Chelsea fans, sorry for swearing, saying things like, it's going to stunt the growth of Cho. Let's not buy. You know who I think we should get, though? And Scott was the first Chelsea fan to mention him, I think, last summer. Go get Melia.
Oh, what, the Atalanta dude?
Yeah.
I don't know if I was the first person, but I'll take that.
No, I think you were. After
the Danish dude.
Go get Melia.
Oh, him.
Yeah,
okay,
the Danish dude.
What country? Doesn't Gosens also play right wing back?
No,
or is he left wing back? Damn.
Wing.
Okay, because I was gonna say we did miss out on that deal during the summer, but Hakimi, can't Hakimi play as a right winger?
Yes, he can.
He has been in the past, right?
He can play. Hakimi can play right. Hakimi can play right wing, left. He can play right wing back, left wing back, right back,
left
back, and right wing.
I know we talked about competition for Reece James and Hakimi possibly not wanting to be second fiddle to Reece James, but we kind of need a right winger. I think that spot's pretty wide open. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay. We're not gonna be using Hakimi as the right winger, guys. If we're gonna bring in Hakimi, we're gonna probably either play him in his position, or it's gonna be much more of like an attacking defensive sort of a defensively attacking player. That's probably what we're gonna use it for. The right wing, if the rumors are to be true about Leao, it's probably someone like a Liao or Nkuku is probably what we're going for.
Fair enough.
In those
Fair enough.
positions.
No,
Fair
no,
enough.
but the thing being that Hakimi's tactically oh hi Loki. The thing is, Hakimi's tactically flexible. That he can play on both. He can play on both sides, and he can do a job on the wing if needed. If there's injury problem, like I would love a player.
Fair enough.
Not going to get, the thing is though, realistically, we're not going to get him. I would rather we go get Melier. Kyle Walker-Peters, to me, he's too meaty to come in. I don't think he's. I don't. If James is out injured and he's out for six months, I'm not trusting Kyle Walker-Peters to start week in week out.
Hey, didn't want Anthony. What's his name from Everton? Did they? No one wanted him.
Anthony Gordon.
Hey, hey.
Anthony Gordon.
Do you think we're going to go back in for him? That's actually a fair question.
I hope not.
I don't mind,
I hope
man.
so.
I
hope so.
Jesus.
Give
Something about him I don't like. I don't know what
Listen,
it is.
I'm very
Just
neutral on
Marshall.
Scott, I'm very neutral on him. I would say maybe.
I think it's his face.
Either way.
I just don't like his face, man. That's
Well, he just
Something about him I don't
Is that
like.
it? He doesn't look at it. Oh, he's a dickhead.
He is a
I
really
know,
ugly
we-
player right now, man.
I don't know.
want this
Shouldn't
man on
we
my team.
Look at Liao and Nkuku instead of spending 50-40 million on that guy.
No, I understand.
That too.
Sometimes
The
it's-
price too. The price is ridiculous. Come on, like
20
Hey,
million,
guys,
20, 30 million, 30 million is that
Guys.
push.
Guys, it's cool. In January, give them 35 mil plus Conor Gallagher. It's fine.
You think plus
this guy.
What?
This guy.
Yeah, I'd rather
Leave
keep
Gallagher
Same.
alone.
Yeah,
Leave Gallagher alone.
yeah.
I'd rather
Listen,
do that too, man.
I can't lie to you. Gallagher's become a really good bench option. You know,
He was
Yeah.
gonna say, Ahmed, you were gonna say baller. Don't lie. You were gonna
No. I'm actually.
Word.
Listen,
I heard the
I
word.
wouldn't be
ball. I heard the
Listen,
word.
I'm very delusional at times, yeah. But when I'm
That's
speaking
fine.
facts, I'll speak facts. But he's actually-
You were gonna say baller.
Yeah,
You were
listen,
gonna. You
no,
caught
I'm
yourself.
not.
I
Listen,
heard.
I'm not one of those guys, and I'm not one of those guys. But
Yes, you
I'll
are.
be, while I'm being sort of honest at this point, yeah, I definitely think he's become a very good, bench
You
option
telling
for
me?
us.
Yeah.
That I think we can all agree with, and
Mm.
and I think that's a fair point to add.
I mean, one thing I do want to touch on that we didn't actually talk about. I guess I want to come out in Aubameyang's defense, right?
Oh my God.
He didn't have the greatest game today because he was pretty non-existent.
No
Is that
service,
his fault? Exactly.
really
No
get chances.
service.
There was a moment I saw him pick the ball up in the left wing back area. That's how
And then he
desperate
passed it
got.
back, and
Yeah, it was a bad
Yeah,
pass.
but also- yeah,
don't
and
get
it was
me
a
wrong,
bad
that was a
back
bad
pass.
pass. Why?
Yeah,
why
yeah.
is your striker? Sorry, why is your striker having to pick the ball up in the
Yeah,
left
exactly.
wing back area or left back area? That
Exactly.
shows that your creative options in terms of it's
Mm.
nice how things round off back to the same waste of space we've got next to him. It says a lot when your creative spark next to him, the link between the midfield and the attack, isn't doing his fucking job. So the striker then has to come and pick the ball up himself. Like, I don't blame Aubameyang for, he didn't have a great game, but it's the same thing with Sterling. I don't really blame them because of
Who they have to play
factors
with.
outside of their control.
Yeah. It's definitely not Aubameyang's fault. I agree
This
with
is
you.
why I've
100%.
always said we need creators in this team.
Yeah.
Like we can all talk about Mount, and even though he's had a good performance, there is necessarily a need for wing creation at the very least at the club.
Mm.
Yeah. Aubameyang, here's the thing, right? We all know what he is, though. He's a brilliant goal scorer, but if he's not scoring goals, his link-up play and stuff, his whole-round play, in my opinion, is not the best. We didn't give him service today to score. So, what did you kind of expect from him?
You know what? I kind of want to bring this. Go ahead, Scott. Go ahead.
I was saying the thing that I've liked about it, someone else brought it up earlier. So his work rate has been surprisingly good since he's come to the club. It's been a lot better than I gave him credit for before he came.
Yeah,
I
100%.
did not think it was going to be as good as it's been, but it's been good, and it says a lot when his work rate is better than the guy he's next to, who's meant to be Mr. Work Rate or the deputy work rate, whatever it is, behind Mount in this team. It's annoying that we go back to him because he's that bad, but he's actually doing a lot of the stuff that we want him to do that Lukaku wasn't doing in terms of off the ball stuff and in terms of the movement. But
Thank you.
Oh my God,
it comes back to the same thing. Even like I disagree with Ahmed to an extent. Like I was on the get a creator train, but the more I think about it, the more I've kind of heard other people's opinions on it. Is I don't necessarily think we have to get a guy solely for creating. I think you need to get people who make it easier for Aubameyang to get in the right spots where like say again, like with a Havertz, say for example, where someone like a Leao or an Nkunku or whoever in the same spots can pick the ball up and you know they're not going to lose it, and you know that you can find areas and pockets of space to work with, that they then might play it off to say a James if he was fit or a Sterling, and then they can be the one that creates. But when you've got someone who every time you give the ball into him, he loses it, literally or damn near every time, and it kills every single attack you've got, like you can't do anything with that. And then you've got to drop as an attacker, as a striker, to try and get the ball, to try and create something out of nothing. And then that's when you like don't really affect games in the right areas, and it's annoying. Just get someone who's not going to be a detriment to like and just kill attacks all the time in terms of giving the ball away. That's the thing. Most people had the same thing with Ziyech. Like for as good as he was with certain things at his best, when the limited times you saw it, most people's criticisms of Ziyech have always been he gives the ball away too easily and he kills attacks too quickly. And it was the same thing with Mount last season. He used to do that a lot. Like it's the same thing with Havertz. Like he just gives the ball away too easily. He's way too easy to take the ball off.
Literally all they literally do. Yeah, it's almost like they just walk up to him and then it's literally just that. They don't even. There's no force really done upon him, and then he just lets the ball go away. And that is a big problem. This is what I've always said. Yeah, he either needs to, not physically either bulk up or do some literal training on his body, because this is not the Bundesliga, but they're not going to touch you. This is the Premier League, man. The physicality is one of the biggest, components of in this league. But hey,
I think this is the problem I think with a lot of players, even not even just in our team in the Premier League, in terms of I think it's mentally. Like I agree with you, he could bulk up, but I think if he just gets smarter with it, just be smarter with how you play and how you use your body in certain areas. Like that's the thing. Like there have been players that haven't been that big, like in terms of physically, but they can use their body in the right way. Like it gets brought up all the time, but Hazard do that. Like there have been other players that used to do that. It's how you use your body, and it's the same thing in terms of like, what was I saying? Bear with me 1 second, guys.
Oh.
Yeah, but no, I get what I get what Scott's saying. Where you don't need to always just bulk up the body. You can also be a smart player. But man, I just think there's a lot of issues going on. Obviously, I know I don't think we've spoken that much on Kovacic, but I can't lie to you, that knee that he's not doing the surgery on is killing him, man. I can't lie to you, man. I definitely feel like that knee injury that he's got that is continuing on with is affecting Kovacic, man.
You think after the World Cup he gets the surgery?
I think if the club is smart and they bring in the midfielders, at least two midfielders, stuff like that, Kovacic will get that surgery, because he needs to get that surgery, man.
Hopefully. I was just going to say on the last point of what I was going to say before, it's the same thing with like Chilwell. It's like, this is why I don't buy into the injury thing. It was like, if the injury is affecting in terms of what you could do or the best kind of areas, like adapt your game. Like that's what players do. The best players adapt their game. Like they are able to adapt their game, and it's all about using your brain. And that's the thing. It's like we've seen like Mount looks as though he's adapting the mental side of his game. Like he looks like he's improving on that. Same with Gallagher and what we've seen. He looks like he's improving the mental side of it. Like it doesn't, like, talent will get you far, but it's all about them. There is so, like, people don't understand, or I don't think a lot of people understand how important the mental aspect of the game is, in terms of if your mentality isn't there in terms of improving certain aspects of your mental game, you're going to fail, or you've got a ceiling, because your talent can only get you so far in that instance. And that's the thing with having improve the mental side of it. Stop being so weak mentally. Learn how to use your body in certain areas. Learn where to find the right pockets of space, and you'd improve. You'd improve so much. Like he'd improve so much. I said the same thing with Mount last season or early this season. He'd improve so much if he just improved the mental side of his game. Literally, if he didn't improve at all, technically, in terms of like actual physical attributes between now and the end of his career, but just improve the mental side, he'd improve levels. He'd improve levels.
Yeah, and you know what? Like, it's hard for me to hear this right? Just because, you know, I like to be realistic, and I've been critical, not as critical as you guys, obviously, because I'm a fan, but I have been realistic on Havertz's performances recently, and today especially, non-existent. But you brought up the Mount thing, right? And Potter did talk to Mount, have a discussion with him, and Mount came out in an interview and said that pretty much the gaffer told him, keep it simple, play for assists, you know, and then the goals will come. And ever since he's changed his, I guess, mentality to create more than try to score more, or try to, you know, do that hero ball tactic that he was doing under Tuchel, it seems that he's improved drastically. So I'm curious as to, like, because right now you could say we're still experimenting with Potter. We're still playing around with different formations and seeing who plays well where, what pairings work well with who. I'm curious to see that. And look, call me delusional. I'm still trying to hold on to hope here that Havertz can pick up and be this generational player that I think he has the potential to be. I'm sorry to use that word, but
you're lucky when Andrew isn't here at the moment. Like,
yeah,
Man's here potential hype,
Yeah.
Potential hype. You know what I mean?
Potential,
You'd be like
yeah.
FIFA.
Yeah.
You know, FIFA.
Listen. Look, I don't want to exhaust you anymore, Andrew. You're already in bed. You're so tired of Havertz.
You know what? You can shove your potential up your ass. With,
I'm just hoping that there will be some formation or some position or some talk with Havertz that clicks with him, and he can actually play better and more consistently.
You think the talk's gonna save him?
Here's the talk. Fuck off the Bayern. That's the talk for you.
I was going to say that talk's going to happen with that talk's going to happen with Julian Nagelsmann. That ain't happening with Graham Potter.
You could go to
Well,
Leipzig.
If Tuchel takes over Bayern, then yeah, he ain't coming there, man. I'm telling you that right now.
Guys, Marshall's, you know what? Marshall's right, though. We should just loan glitch Havertz.
Oh my god.
FIFA, it's a FIFA thing.
I know.
Loan him, I guess. Why not? But
all right,
look,
guys, I'm gonna have to bounce. I shall.
Hey, that was funny. Screw you guys, that was funny.
Ahmed, we'll catch you, Ahmed. We'll catch you.
All right, guys.
But
have a nice one.
Yeah, you too, brother. I'm hoping Potter can work something out. I really am, because I don't want to see this player not work out in Chelsea. But
why not?
I'm being honest. It's not been good enough, and I'm at the point where, like, I think he should go in the summer if it keeps going like this, and he should be benched too. That's another thing too. I want to see Brozier play more.
You are where I am, Marshall. I agree.
I get it, but no, I don't defend him like you defended Werner. You defended Werner no matter what situation. When Werner played like shit, when Kai Havertz plays like shit like today, I call it out. You always defend Werner.
Why are you bringing that? No,
because you're saying that I'm defending Havertz like you defended Werner. Fuck no. I was being realistic about Havertz the whole season.
I was on the same with you, Kai Havertz. I gave him this season, but you freaked out like a little girl.
I'll tell you this right now.
You triggered me. You triggered me
right now.
Sorry about that.
Right now, you get a decent offer in January. Sell him in January.
Mm-hmm.
Don't even wait till
I don't disagree. I don't disagree.
What's a decent offer? Like 50 million? You think like that?
I think you'd be lucky to get 50 million. If you get 50 million, snatch your hands off for anyone else.
I'd say genuinely, at this point, anything around 40, bite your hand off, take it.
Yeah, bite your hand off.
40 and above,
40, I can't disagree with 40. As long as you guys didn't say 20, then I would have had to defend them.
Is keep the energy that you keep with Mount. If Mount dropped to disaster class the way he did, you'd say sell him.
Why are you saying that, Hassan? Why are you saying that like we haven't kept the edit? This whole stream has been about slandering Havertz, man.
I'm not saying you guys, but there's this weird fan-based tendency where when it comes to like fancy names, fancy flicks and tricks, that these aesthetically pleasing footballers, they tend to have more leeway than the basic beans and toast footballers, if you want to call them that. Like, let's be honest, like if Mount dropped to that and Havertz scored 2 goals, we all know what would have happened on the timeline. It'll be Mason Mount, Malaria Mount. It'll be Dick Nose Cunt out or whatever it is. But yeah, I mean,
what'd you say, Scott?
I was just going to say it would be literally the entirety of the timeline would be about Mount. If Havertz had like the performance that Mount had the performance Havertz had, and had been subbed at half time, the entirety of the timeline would have been about Mount.
You know what though? Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, Mount. I mean, he was good today, but like, man of the match.
No,
I think Kepa was definitely better.
I think Kepa deserved it more.
Yeah, but even Mount's first goal, like, come on, let's get it right. Like, that was a stat pad goal. Like, right? Like,
it was a Mings error. Like, Mings assisted him. Like, I don't know. And yeah, oh my god, and it was a good finish from Mount. He did take it and took it nice. The free kick was a nice.
The composure was good.
Yeah,
but overall, his game today, I don't know. Like, I don't know if he was great.
It's just not. Kepa saved us some points. Yes, Mason Mount. I thought them two were the two best for sure. Like, you know, you can't say Mason Mount's not third best or whatever. He's definitely second best, but like, I would give it Kepa. You know, you don't really give the keepers like too many man of the match awards, and when they pull off like many saves, like a triple save, the header save, and
that header save was amazing.
The header save was
the season.
Yeah, it's probably it could be definitely up there. Yes.
Wait, Chris, repeat that again. What did you say? Who's your man?
What did I say?
Kepa's
man of the match.
Prime. Rewatch the VOD. Audience retention. Get my
Let's go.
I said, what do you mean? Kepa's man of the match.
Let's go.
This guy.
Let's go.
No,
I do like Kepa though. I'm not sure if you.
No. I'm talking about my picture.
Okay. Because I do like him, and I thought under Lampard his confidence was fully ruined. And
Zevo, is that you?
He was just bad. Like, under Lampard, he was
no, but like our defense was so bad, and I don't blame all. Yes, he wasn't
too though.
He wasn't good, but
he had a lot of errors.
Yeah, but like under Sarri, he was good. Under Lampard, he was shit. Under Tuchel, he was good again. Do you see
under Lampard, statistically speaking, he was the worst goalkeeper in the top 5 leagues.
Yeah, I agree. Like, he had the worst stats. But like, he was left in 1v1 situations a lot as well, and just
no. Let's not get this.
You know what? Fine.
Hey, my name now rings true.
He made terrible mistakes. Okay, let's not just get this off.
Exactly, he was just
the defender's fault. He made terrible mistakes. Okay.
He didn't. He was like biscuit fingers sometimes, or whatever you want to biscuit.
Sometimes he is biscuit fingers.
He was for a lot of games.
But like, I think I seen him under Tuchel, and I've seen him even under Potter, and I think he's looking decent. And this game was definitely his best game since Lampard, I would say. I can't think of a better game. So yeah, I hope he keeps it up more with him. Can't say much more about Kepa really there.
Yeah, Hassan, I'm sorry, I kind of skipped over you, but what are your overall thoughts on the game, man? What did you want to talk about? Also, everyone, I'm pinning the StreamYard link to the chat if you want to come in and join us. It's right there. Also, if you made it this far into the stream and you're watching us in the future, leave a comment down below. Let us know you're one of the casuals, all right? But Hassan, what are you saying, bro?
Yeah. I mean, you guys know what I said about Havertz. There's no need to re-go over that. But anyway, back to the game. I thought it was let's be honest, it's arguably the worst performance I've seen under Potter. And I think everyone would agree on that. I felt like it was an end-to-end game. The midfield was non-existent. The centre-backs were, I mean, besides Cucurella and Chilwell, who were suspect, they did okay, I guess, but it was just Cucurella and Chilwell. I was looking at them. I don't really blame Chilwell. I think it was just the factor of non-existent midfield. Literally, balls were flying through him, and Cucurella was just getting spun. But he's a wing back. It's not like we're doing a trend with him saying, "Oh, he can defend." We all know, like, it's not really his main position and stuff. But yeah, I mean, Chilwell, I think he's gonna stay till. Well, he's not going to be much sharp till probably January or probably till next season. I think everyone can agree on that. He looked very sloppy today, very slow. Who else is there? Aubameyang was a ghost today. I think he just had no service. And funnily enough, I think we only see him at near the edge of the box whenever he has the chances. He's been doing it for the last couple of games. But I feel like the goals were probably saving him. Raheem Sterling had a few good chances today, but I just don't get it. Sometimes he scores wonders, sometimes it's frustrating. This is what Man City fans have to deal with. But you know what? I take this over our wingers because I trust him more than our wingers. But I think he should have scored that goal where he curled it and he hit the bar. And that header
was almost a Kai Havertz assist, but
yeah. But let's be honest with it. It doesn't matter. Barely any assist, pre-assist. It doesn't count to your name. So, Yeah. Besides that, I think it was just an end-to-end sloppy game, and I think we need to get the midfield situation sorted in January. There's nothing really to complain about. Other than that, Kepa's done a wonderful thing. I think he's arguably man of the match. In a way, you could say that's not really a debate, because without him, it would have been 2-2 or 2-1 to them. Other than that, I just think it's just a sloppy game from our end, and we need to fix up and patch up on that. But it's a good 3 points, and we just need to keep capitalizing and climbing our way to the top.
I have a question for everyone. Do you guys think Sterling's in bad form right now?
No.
No. This is just Sterling. He love his moments again, and he love his consistency. I think the home team is just up and down. Really.
Sterling. It's because when Sterling first joined his first few games, and he was getting a lot of goals, Chelsea fans overrated his performances. So now that he's not necessarily getting the goals, people are saying he's performing poorly. When in reality, he's performing the same way. He's having good performances. He's performing the exact same way. Like did he not get an assist last game? Right?
Yeah, he got assist in Milan against Milan the first game.
Yeah. And in this game, arguably he should have scored. Yeah. I don't understand where the poor form is coming from.
Yeah, I'm hearing a lot of the fan base echo this, so that's why I asked.
This is him playing poorly, then boy.
It's the same point I've made before, but if this is him, like, his performing poorly is still better than most of what we've seen from the best of our attackers. And that says a lot.
It's the same people that back Havertz, but then say Sterling's having a bad form.
Marshall.
No, that's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. Listen, I just had a comment in last video. Someone saying Sterling was not good this season so far, and I had to scratch my head. I was like, "Are you a Chelsea fan? Are you watching the games? What do you mean Sterling's not having a good season so far?"
I'm saying you know about that Twitter thread, the one that had like
and to be honest,
my comments in the last video.
That thread is a troll thread because I've seen a lot of those threads go around on other players. But like Chelsea fans, like I don't get the disrespect to Sterling. Like maybe it's because you guys hyped him up thinking that he would be like this Hazard thing, and he's not. But he's still a quality winger. He's still world class. Like I don't understand the disrespect towards him. He's performing. He's playing well. And maybe to be fair, I disrespected him a bit in the summer, saying I don't want City scraps. But like, he's still been our what I'd say, arguably second best player this season.
Oh, 100%.
He's still do better than half of the City wingers right now, including Grealish lot. He'll be doing better than them. I've got a feeling he'll probably bug some of the chances that City had today.
It just baffles my mind that people are so quick to be on his neck, despite the fact that for most of the season, even if he has had 2 poor games or whatever it is, he's been really good. People are so quick to be on his neck, but they don't want to be on Havertz's neck, or they didn't want to be on Werner's neck, or they didn't want to be on Mount's neck, or they didn't want to be on Pulisic's neck, or this, that, and the other nonsense. Like what are we doing? This dude is the best attacker we have at the club, and people are getting on him for 2 games where he didn't score an assist, and for a game where he played right wing back for half of it. Right.
That's Chelsea.
This fan base is just fucking backwards. Like
you know what it is? I don't take Twitter seriously. There's just a lot of player FCs on there that just get both hurt when the players become ghosts and they see Mason Mount and other players performing. That's literally what it is. They want players like João Felix, these flicks and tricks merchants. How many goals has João Felix got? I can't even remember last time someone bring him up. Besides our fans.
Stop disrespecting João Felix.
No, but my point still stands though. They just want these aesthetically pleasing footballers, and it's just getting annoying now. You want players that can actually perform. I don't care if he can do kick-ups or not. If he starts performing for our club, who cares?
Yeah, I agree. So I asked you guys in the chat who you thought the man of the match was. 49 of you voted, and 73% of you voted Kepa. Proud of you guys.
Deserved.
You chose the right player today. And you know what? I hope after today's game we put some more respect on Kepa. We stop with these agendas of like, oh, Kepa is starting again. Oh, we're gonna lose. We're gonna keep doing the long shots and all that.
Yes, vindicated. Yes. Yes.
Listen, as long as he doesn't lose confidence, he can keep playing, man.
Yes.
By the way, we should still sell Kepa in the summer. So.
Oh no, I agree.
Yes.
I agree. He needs to be sold. But shut up, Andrew. Let me have my moment. Yes.
No. Can I tell you why? You didn't back Kepa. You just went against Mendy, so you're not getting credit for it. That's
what do you mean? What do you mean?
You didn't back Kepa.
You weren't a. I know what he means. You weren't a Kepa above everyone.
Kepa.
Your attitude was anyone but Mendy, and it just happened to be Kepa in that spot.
Yeah, exactly.
No.
It could have been Cavallero.
If it had been Bettinelli, I'm telling you right now, if it had been Bettinelli doing this, you'd have got on a Bettinelli hype train. I guarantee.
I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't. Because one, I've been backing Kepa since he's been at Chelsea, and two, my thing is,
you're such a liar, bro.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not. When during Lampard's season, I was the only one backing Kepa and saying that he's not the reason. The reason our defense is bad. But anyway, my point. You're missing my point. You're missing my point. My point is.
Let's go backstage then. Yeah, we'll go back.
You're missing my whole point in all of this. Is I'm glad he's performing, but both of these goalkeepers need to go in during the summer. I'm trying to get that as my point. But you guys are trying to beef and defend that meaty guy Mendy, man. Have some standard.
Shut up, bro, man. You shut your face.
Oh, we made it. Tender hot XYZ.
Hey, yo, what are you on about, bro?
Oh, this guy.
Stop advertising your side business, Chris.
Don't do that, Chris. This is spam.
Chris,
this is why we put subscribers only mode for these fucking bots here.
Yeah,
man. Anyways, guys.
I literally just turned back on my screen and I just saw it.
Chris, is that
responded, bro? No one else noticed.
So it must have just happened then. I thought you guys were just leaving on some reason.
Tender for your sheet.
Oh my days. Anyways, guys, we're gonna have a very busy week here at Casually FC. Tomorrow we'll be doing the Casually Chelsea show since today was the game. Wednesday we'll be reacting to the Brentford game, and then Friday we will be doing a match preview for the Man United game with some very special guests. Just stay tuned for that one. We'll let you know when that comes up, and then Saturday again for another Chelsea match reaction. But ladies and gentlemen, it's been Casually FC. Thank you guys so much for being here. Make sure you smash the like, subscribe, leave a comment down below. Check out the links in the description. And as always, you guys stay casual, and we'll catch you on the next stream.